The Millville Fire Company's annual 4th of July parade is brought to you in part by First Columbia Bank and Trust, with 13 convenient locations to serve you. News Radio 930, WHLM. The Thrush Insurance Agency, Millville.
Begin the parade. Here it is. They call this the what? The color guard is what they call it. Isn't that what they call it? Jeremy Reese from the Millville of. Hey, we're on television.
Good morning. That is correct.
My gosh. Okay. All right.
Blow us out.
Yes. And this is the official beginning for us, although the parade actually started at 10:30. It takes 15 minutes to get to us here at the Complex Center at Thrush Insurance Agency. And here it is. It's a sunny day and 77 degrees. I'm sure that it's warmer than that right now. Jeremy, it must be.
Feels that way, doesn't it? Hey, Bobby Joe, I have a question.
Yes, you do.
Hap Schatz was mentioning this morning he left you some water. Was it this year?
Yes, we got it right here.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you got that. He asked me, and I said, well, I'm going to go up and see those guys. I will check on that.
Yeah, we got the water from 1972, the flood. Tell them thanks when you run into Hap Schatz.
I will tell him that.
All right.
Jeremy, again, who's the Grand Marshal this year?
This year, the Grand Marshal is John Ryder. He is still an active member of the company and mans the information stand at the carnival. So if you see John there, say congratulations.
Well, look at John. He looks like he's enjoying himself. Is that his wife that he's with?
Yeah, the back seat is his wife. The front seat's actually, the car is driven by J.C. Fote, who's also a member of the company, has been a member of the company for a very long time.
And this is Mr. Albertson?
Mr. Albertson in the rumble seat. Looks like.
You might remember a couple years ago, ABC News did a Person of the Week story on him. Yeah, he's the oldest member of the fire company.
That is absolutely amazing.
He doesn't look a day over 50.
Good seeing him here in the parade today. Special thanks to Keith Thrush and Thrush Insurance Agency for the use of their broadcast facility here. And Channel 10 MetroCast, Doug Farley is producing the Channel 10 program that you can see. We'll let you know later on when you can see this here on the radio show. By the time you see it on TV, you should know the schedule. Hey, hello, Channel 10's
Doug,
here.
there you go.
Yes, and happy 4th of July to one and all here live at the Millville Carnival Parade.
If I knew I was going to be on TV, I would have showered this morning.
Yeah, you would have showered. Hey, could you zoom in on his shirt? It says WH. Hey, where's my WHLM hat? Hey, wait a second. I better put that on here. How's that?
That's beautiful.
Got to get on. Yeah, well, all right, he's turned the camera off. I'll take it off now since this is radio. Hey, we all having a good time. How did the all-you-can-eat breakfast go this morning, Jeremy?
Oh, very good. It was delicious. I actually went up myself before we started setting up for the parade. It was excellent.
You know, I must be honest with you. I've never partaken in the all-you-can-eat breakfast because to do the broadcast,
right.
You know, I like to really, when I have an all-you-can-eat breakfast.
You want to take a nap?
No, you know, when those carbos kick in from the potatoes and everything, right. You want to take a little snooze. You know, you don't want to be doing
Jeremy,
that.
How many pieces of equipment does your fire company have?
A lot.
I was going to say, 5 or 6 have come by already.
We have
all Millville so far.
I believe 9, including our privately owned truck.
Really?
9. Yeah, we have a lot of apparatus.
And how far is your primary call area?
It's 125 square miles. It covers Millville Borough, Greenwood Township, Madison Township, Pine Township, portions of Madison or portions of Mount Pleasant Township, and then the ambulance actually goes out farther into Lycoming County and into Orange Township.
Wow.
Now, we all know that this is, if not one of the best, it is the best parade in the region. I mean, there's no question about that, hands down. You have how many people that show up typically, Jeremy, at this parade?
We just don't have a way to gauge the exact number, Bobby Joe. But I mean, every year there's a line the entire parade route, and some places it's 2 and 3 rows deep.
I've been told that upwards to 10,000 people attend the parade, is what I'm told. But what we need to do is get a clicker. We need somebody to get one of those clickers and go
walk around.
Right. Do some walking around.
Tell everybody to stand still for a minute.
Of course, it is one of the best. I think it's one of the best because of the way they set it up here. You know, there's no format. There's no rules and regulations other than the fire trucks at the end. All right? And so what it means is at most parades they categorize everything, and it's a pain in the neck. But what happens is here it's a free-for-all. And I think I kind of like that in a way because it takes the sameness out of the parade, I think, and it also saves a lot of time as well. You know, when you're setting the parade up down at
Yeah, we have a crew of about 6 guys that are out there, and they have it laned up, and it's basically first come, first serve, and get in line and get organized, and they go from there.
Bobby Joe, if you can fill in for me for a minute, I want to see if I can get that big screen TV off the back of that truck that they're raffling off.
Hey, yeah, well, why don't you just buy a raffle for crying out loud and do it the way everybody else. You know, you're not special, Norman. There's nothing special. Yeah, I know that you want special care.
Well, if you're up here at the carnival, they're selling tickets to win a 50-inch probably, 47-inch. 47-inch LED large screen TV. So buy a ticket and support the fire police, the excellent work they do, and you might win yourself a TV.
I love this because it's an old-fashioned hook and ladder from the Millville. Now, how old is that, Jeremy? That's when they actually had hooks and ladders.
1926.
That is absolutely.
That's still active?
No, it's only used for parades.
Okay.
And there goes the siren that still works. What year again? 1926?
Correct.
I'll be darned.
And here's Bobby Joe's favorite.
Oh, I love that. It reminds me of the Buzzmobile. the Spirit of 26, the same year. And that's that, of course, is either a Ford or a Chevy or a Buick or something like that, and it's got the off-center wheels on it, and the clowns clown around. It is it's a spectacular scene coming up the street, indeed. Yeah. Well, that's a sweetheart of a clown for you there. A clown in drag, or a doctor's clown, whichever it is. Hey, what's this here? Columbia County Rescue Task Force? What the heck do they have in that they're forcing?
That's the county's technical rescue team. There's 5, I believe, fire companies that are joined together that form that organization. And they do high-angle rescue, trench rescue, agricultural rescue, more of your advanced rescue procedures.
And, of course, one of the things that we are desperately waiting for is the horses to come up Main Street here at the Thrush Insurance Agency, because we are all taking bets as to whether there will be a deposit or not this year.
A deposit.
As there has been in the years that have gone by. Well, here we go on News Radio 930 WHLM. God, you got to love all those horns and everything going on.
The We Were There For You. Looks must be war veterans float. First float we have going by. Draped out with the bunting and American flags.
Looks like they're losing their bunting there on the parade float. Hey, it's the 75th annual. It's going on. We have Jeremy Reese with us here from the fire department. Jeremy, thank you for joining us. And we also have in the background our first band of the day. Jeremy, do you know who this band is? Can't hear me.
Are you asking me who the band is?
Yes.
It's the Millville High School Band.
Millville High School Band. and there they go.
It's good to see high schools. You know, a lot of high schools these days, music is one of those things that's going by the wayside. But
boy, don't say that.
Well, it's nice to see a bunch of kids that, you know, come out during the off-school year, if you will, and participate, and they sound good to boot.
PA Cinderella woman, Anne Marie, how do you say her name? M-A-N-C-L-E-T, from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. I wonder what year that car is.
No, that's a 2012.
Really?
Yep.
How do you know that?
Because they've been advertising. Haven't you seen J-Lo doing the ads for those little new Fiats?
Oh, J-Lo this and J-Lo
you know, she did
that.
these ads, New York's my city, and shows her all the driving through, and then they admitted that they had somebody else driving through her hood, and she was never left L.A. the whole time.
Well, isn't that just special? Hey, it's the 75th annual Millville Carnival, Fireman's Carnival Parade. Hey, let's take a 2-minute break and we'll be back.
News Radio 930 WHLM, Columbia County's source for news, weather, sports, and information. News Radio 930 WHLM, your home for the fighting Philadelphia Phillies, as well as local high school sports. Monday through Fridays, get the hot topics of the day and some laughs with the Morning Buzz. And News Radio 930 WHLM is where all the good songs have gone. News, weather, sports, information, and music. News Radio 930 WHLM, also 94.7 and 104.3 FM, Berwick's 1280, and anytime at WHLM.com.
Up for a movie? MetroCast On Demand gives you front row seats to Hollywood hits at home. Choose from hundreds of programs. Many are free. Plus, get hit movies 28 days before Netflix and Redbox. Tune to channel 999 or press the VOD button. Use the up and down arrows on your remote to choose a category. Then make your selection. It's that simple. Pause, rewind, and fast forward. You're in control. That's home entertainment. That's MetroCast On Demand. Exclusively with MetroCast Digital Video.
Thrush Insurance Agency, serving Columbia and Luzerne counties for over 35 years. Featuring personable, professional, and knowledgeable service with a hometown touch, Thrush Insurance is the place for home, auto, commercial, farm, or life insurance. Contact Keith Thrush today to find out more about how the Thrush Insurance Agency in Millville can help you.
For over 100 years, First Columbia Bank and Trust Company has been helping business customers realize their financial goals and dreams. From business checking and online banking, to remote deposit and merchant services, to business loans and equipment financing, First Columbia is here to help. First Columbia offers a variety of products and services tailored to your business situation. With 13 convenient community banking locations, First Columbia is here to serve you. First Columbia Bank and Trust Company. Call us first. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Oh yeah, we are live, baby. We are live on the radio. We are live on the television. MetroCast Channel 10. Actually, a replay if you're watching it on television. It's the Millville Carnival Parade, 75th edition, with First Columbia Bank and Trust, and their float coming up here. Now, Norman, I want you to play. I want you to pay attention to this float here.
Yes.
Because they've done a lot of work into it, and I'm not sure I quite understand it. It says, "Let's make another 75 years. I triple dog dare you." Now,
Okay.
Do you remember the kid that licked the pole in that Christmas special?
Yes. No, in this Christmas Story movie.
Right, the Christmas Story movie.
Right.
And now here we have a triple dog dare you.
Oh, there you go. There's a kid with his tongue stuck to the pole.
Are you kidding? Stick my tongue to that stupid pole.
Excellent. Well, there you go. They put a lot of work into that float. There's
Absolutely. They got some beautiful tinsel around it.
Mm-hmm. The folks from First Columbia Bank and Trust, people you know and trust.
You know, Bobby Joe, it's a little bit overcast now. It feels cooler. What a nice breeze.
I love
Very
it.
pleasant day out here, isn't it?
I love it because, man, when that sun comes out and it's hour after hour, you can bake but good in it.
Now here's First Columbia with another truck. Of course, the president of First Columbia from right up the road.
Lance Deal is Mr. Millville. I think you know that.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
We've just received what, Norman? Here.
Legos, a Lego Creator 3-in-1 kit.
Really?
Yeah, with a little truck in it.
From First Columbia Bank and Trust? The Teen Star. Have you heard about the Teen Star? Of course you have, on Channel 10. And Doug Farley, you've heard about Teen Star. And that's one of their big events.
Here she is singing. Oh, Lance. Oh, there you go.
Home. Lance Steele just...
Lance throwing like one of the Red Sox that he loves. Oh, this is for Bobby Joe. This is the 2XL. This is yours.
Oh, well, thank you. 2XL, yeah.
Mine's the XL. Of course, Lance throwing better than any of the Red Sox pitchers that he follows. That's for sure.
Now, everyone is standing up, and we should too, Norman, here on the broadcast,
Well,
because it's Old Glory. I think you can call it Old Glory
it's
because
New Glory.
It's
beautiful
hey,
flag.
how you doing? Good seeing you. Welcome to the hey, how are you? This of course is fine folks from one of the local nonprofit agencies, and do you know which one that might be?
I don't see any signage on it.
I know there's no signage on it, and I happen to know, and I'm going to tell you in just a moment who those folks. I'll tell you what, that's a big flag.
That's a good size flag.
So it's almost as big as 3 lanes of traffic here on Main Street in Millville at the broadcast complex at Thrush Insurance Agency. It's called what they call a slice of Americana here, is what they call it. And we are broadcasting on the radio up and down I-81 and I-80 on News Radio 930 WHLM Bloomsburg, Berwick, Danville, 94.7, 104.3. Good old Berwick's 1280 and WHLM.com around the world.
Fort Ricketts Post 8317 from Benton.
Did you say Benton correctly?
I did, Benton.
Benton.
Not Benton.
Benton. Benton. You have to say the T when you say Benton. Absolutely. Hap Schatz coming up to the camera now on Channel 10.
Hap responsible for the 1972 water that they gave us.
Yeah, thanks, Hap. Appreciate it. We do. Hey, as a matter of fact, let's get Hap and let's just thank him in person right now. Hey, Hap, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing just great, thanks.
Well, thanks for the water from 1972.
Yeah, Agnes flood time.
Yeah.
But don't drink it unless you're dying of thirst.
Yeah,
And
well.
how'd you know it came from me?
Because we had one of your forefathers here in Millville left us a note, and someone said it was one of the forefathers by the name of Hap Schatz.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Who left the water
How
for
you
us.
doing, Norm?
I'm doing very well, Hap.
Looking good.
Glad to see you
A
again.
little break in the action, so I thought I'd slip up and say hello. And
Now, you have a farm here in the area that you're working.
yes, I do.
How's it coming along?
Great.
Hap Schatz is
Don't
now a
be,
farming man.
Lack of water not bothering you yet.
Not yet, not yet. It was a hot one yesterday. I started at 6 and got done at 9 last night. It was baling straw all day long.
Holy mackerel.
Had to get it done before the parade, so
Right.
Slice of Americana here. Does it get any better than this?
it really doesn't. It really doesn't. At times, years ago you think it's maybe a little hokey, but that's what makes it great.
You know, hokey is in now. Here
Yeah.
in you see what I'm saying?
Not the hokey
That's for
pokey.
sure.
How many of these have you been to? 30, I would
Well,
imagine.
I started judging when Woody Brewington was the sheriff.
Uh-huh.
So that's been a long, long time ago.
I'll be darned. Hey, Hap, thanks for joining
hey,
us here.
Good seeing you guys.
It's always
Good
good
luck.
to see you, Hap.
And you're always welcome out the ranch anytime. Norm, when you're riding by with your lovely wife, stop in and see us.
Absolutely.
All
That'd
right.
be great.
We'll stop
Welcome
by
Thank you, Hap.
the Hap Schatz Ranch here in Millville. Of course, there's ranches all over the place. It's what Millville is all about, is it not? I mean, it's about farming. It's about agriculture. It's about all those things and more. It's about parades, for crying out loud. I wish they would count up the number of people. Why don't they count up the number of people? I'd like to know.
Well, how are you going to count?
I don't know. There's got to be a way.
Well,
Can't they take Can't we get the
Bring
Pete
Ben
Iyer?
Willis out the way he's producing. Why don't we just have him come out here and count the people?
Can't we get Pete Iyerly to get in his helicopter and take
Sure.
a photo picture and then do an estimation? I think they can ship that photo picture off to somebody who
We'll
can
get
estimate.
the United States Park Service. They always
Right.
estimate how many people are on the mall.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, hey,
Our
how
friends
are
from
you?
White Knight Produce out in Danville. They had that little jitney that went by, the 3-wheel jitney.
The Fort McClure Ox VFW Post 804, Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, getting a round of applause here in downtown Millville on Main Street at Thrush Insurance Agency. Thanks to the Thrush folks for
Use of the
setting us
broadcast
up.
center.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I was getting very leery when they were saying it was going to be 93 degrees and sunshine, because
Too hot for you.
Oh my goodness, sometimes it can be brutal, but this is just perfect.
It is indeed.
Some sun, some clouds, and probably a nice little breeze going on here, and probably in the lower 80s by now, I would imagine. Camp Victory is a big to-do here in the area. Tell me about Camp Victory.
Camp Victory is the campgrounds here and each week during the summer they have different camps. Camp Dost is the Ronald McDonald sponsored one coming up next week. Has been there. They have kids with diabetes, kids who have cancer, camps for siblings of cancer, and every week they have a different camp during the summer that come and allow these kids that have to be watched over a little bit more closely to come and really enjoy a week of summer, a week of being a real kid, because some of them have just a fight for life on a weekly basis. They get to come here and beat kids for a week, and it's just a wonderful facility. Jamie Huntley, who's the director of the camp, I've known for many years, and everyone that's associated with it just deserves so much credit because it's such a wonderful organization.
You know, and the plant is just in a beautiful area. It's at the end of Main Street. If you go out Main Street going to the east,
right,
it's out there on the right-hand side, and they do a real fine job at keeping that camp up to snuff.
Oh, beautiful. Donations and the people that donate their time and their money, it's spectacular.
I always like it when they have music in the parade. You know what I mean? And this is an example. Well, you know, Habshatz was just saying it's a little hokey. You see the lady with the pigtails and the...
When you see police, pray. When you see life flight, pray. It's people that want you to pray for people.
And say a Hail Mary or two.
And the firemen, of course.
Right. You got your fire departments. You've got your floats. It's the 75th annual Millville Carnival Parade that's going on right now. You know, when you have the 4th of July fall on Wednesday, it just is.
If you're in business,
right,
you're high cucked, as they say. You might as well pack it up and go home for the whole week.
You have some people that leave before the 4th,
right,
in June. They're leaving in June
on
Friday.
A lot of people took last Friday off.
Right.
Because they get this Wednesday off, so they traded this Wednesday for last Friday, and they're off until next week.
So you have June the 29th,
right,
the 30th.
You're off 10 days.
Right. Or you come back on Thursday, right?
Right.
Or in the opposite direction, people will take off starting Tuesday and take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for the holiday weekend. So it's almost like 2 weekends and a full week in one. Ranger Hose Company number 2. Where's Ranger Hose Company number 1? Berwick, Pennsylvania, making their... let me tell you, they're in these dark uniforms.
Right, the dress firefighters uniforms.
They don't know how lucky they are that the sun has gone in.
Well, it just came back out.
Right.
They'll be lucky that they got up. They're almost all the way up the street by now.
Yeah, indeed, because you know when there is the sun out, when you have dark clothing on, it does make a difference. That's why I'm wearing this very bright.
Yeah, you got your Carta Blanca, Corona, Dos Equis, Doghemia.
Yeah, you notice I didn't wear a WHLM shirt.
No, why not?
Well, I didn't wear it because I have alabaster legs.
Yes.
And I wanted people not to look at my alabaster legs, so I put on this outrageous Hawaiian shirt, and that's the reason why.
More Ranger Hose Company. Let's just hope there's not a fire in Berwick today. The Ranger Hose Company is here in full force.
Okay, what do we have coming up here? Yes, what do we have? Congressman Lou Barletta. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Lou, come on back and talk to us when you're done.
Oh,
he's saying he's coming back.
There we go.
Excellent. Lou Barletta will be live on television, of course, right now, on television, on the radio right now. Congressman Lou Barletta. And look he's walking the course. He's just not
in
his...
good shape.
Yes.
He's taking care of himself. So we're going to ask Lou Barletta about the immigration thing, where he introduced that phony baloney law about not listening to the president and doing what they want.
No, I'm going to ask him where he gets his teeth capped, man, because I want to go there. I would love to have a set of teeth like he has. Are you kidding me? Jeepers.
Oh, always one of my favorites, the Zaffair string band, not to be confused with Zamfair. He plays the pan flute.
Is it Zafar or Zafar?
Is it Zafar? Zafar?
You say Zafar.
Z-A-F-A-R. I guess we'll have to let the people decide for themselves. No wonder Warren thinks we don't know what we're talking about.
I love this string band that they have there, coming from Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Every year.
On News Radio 930 WHLM, 94.7, 104.3. Good old Berwick's 1280. Jeepers creepers. It's always nice. And around the world at WHLM.com. Now, if you shut your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, on television and then open them up again, you'll think that you are watching the Mummers Day Parade in Philadelphia, because we've got a couple of strutters here. They're not official mummers, but they strut around like the mummers, indeed. Got, looks like, what is this guy, a hot rod, he calls himself?
He's a pigeon or something.
And we've got Ireland being represented here as well.
Hot rod.
And the string band.
They sound like right after the parade ends, they could go do a couple of shows at the free stage at Knoebels.
Be nice. At Knoebels, yeah, well, I think they would fit in at the free stage at Knoebels.
Beautiful.
I think absolutely. Sunbury Shrine Club Motor Corps is hitting us right now with a couple of vehicles here. Of course, decked out with the red, white, and the blue. In Millville, Pennsylvania, on Main Street for the Millville Carnival Parade going on right now on News Radio. Yeah, I got to tell you, Norm, it could be worse. That sun could be ablazing. Hey, what do you say we take a break now for a couple of minutes, and we'll be right back, and we'll continue this parade on News Radio 930 WHLM.
For over 100 years, First Columbia Bank and Trust Company has been helping business customers realize their financial goals and dreams. From business checking and online banking, to remote deposit and merchant services, to business loans and equipment financing, First Columbia is here to help. First Columbia offers a variety of products and services tailored to your business situation. With 13 convenient community banking locations, First Columbia is here to serve you. First Columbia Bank and Trust Company. Call us first. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Thrush Insurance Agency, serving Columbia and Luzerne counties for over 35 years. Featuring personable, professional, and knowledgeable service with a hometown touch, Thrush Insurance is the place for home, auto, commercial, farm, or life insurance. Contact Keith Thrush today to find out more about how the Thrush Insurance Agency in Millville can help you. News Radio 930 WHLM, Columbia County's source for news, weather, sports, and information. News Radio 930 WHLM, your home for the fightin' Philadelphia Phillies, as well as local high school sports. Monday through Fridays, get the hot topics of the day and some laughs with the Morning Buzz. And News Radio 930 WHLM is where all the good songs have gone. News, weather, sports, information, and music. News Radio 930 WHLM, also 94.7 and 104.3 FM, Berwick's 1280, and anytime at WHLM.com.
And we are back. Oh, boy, here we are. Yes, indeedy, it is the Millville Carnival Parade going on, the 75th edition there, with horns and floats and caramel corn and peanuts and popcorn and bottled water.
And a mobile golf school.
What?
Hole-in-one mobile golf school since 1937. Free lessons.
Mobile golf school?
Guy dressed up in his +4s.
I've never heard of such a thing.
You've never seen +4s before?
No, never
have. That's what they call those
golf outfits, I believe. Hey, here's my favorite now. It's the Catawissa Military Band, ladies and gentlemen.
Catawissa Military Band. There he goes, Bobby Joe. For people that are wondering why he's no longer part of the show, he has broken into the famous Millville Carnival caramel corn. So that's the last we'll hear of him for an hour as he Well, it'll be quicker because he's getting more on the floor than he's getting in his mouth.
Oh my gosh, I better clean this up. The thrush people will be not happy with me.
That's right. Can you bend over and get it?
No, I'm too fat. Hey, speaking of thrush, we're at their broadcast facility, Thrush Insurance Agency, Main Street in Millville.
Some international tractors coming by, farm-alls. And of course, you know, each tractor has their own color scheme, and these are the bright red farm-all tractors that you see. McCormick, International Harvester, they all have the same color scheme.
Oh my goodness. This caramel corn is so good. I wish that I had whole milk right now.
You can have a bowl of caramel corn cereal. You don't have to put any sugar on it, that's for sure.
No, I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's like eating sugar pops.
Can't get enough of them sugar pops, sugar pops, sugar pops. Can't get enough of them sugar pops.
I wonder how much one of these beautiful tractors, antique tractors, would be worth.
You know, I
mean, they're gorgeous tractors.
I worked with an engineer when I was in Columbus, Ohio at 610 WTVN. The engineer was, you know, one of these guys that went around with a piece of white tape around the middle of his glasses and had one of those pen protectors in his
pocket
pockets.
protectors. Yeah.
And, you know, always went around doing the square root of something on a calculator, that sort of thing. And he loved tractors.
Really?
And he used to he had a hobby. He had 37 tractors in a barn where he lived. He would buy these old tractors, fix them up, they'd look beautiful, and they'd sit in a barn.
That's it?
Yes.
Well, probably most of these sit in the barn year-round.
Well, these little tractors here,
the toy tractors.
Do you know how valuable they are?
Extremely.
I mean, those things, if you're out and about and you happen to go to a yard sale,
right,
and you see one of those toy tractors that you used to drive around on, hey, snap it up, and if it's in good shape, pay top dollar for it because it's well worth it. They are collectibles. The red ones, the green ones, all of them. The other cars are collectibles too. The little cars, you know. The kids. I can remember one time when I was a kid in one of those cars. Yep. I got caught in it and I couldn't get out. I swear to God, may God strike me dead. I remember I was outside in Fox Chase, Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs for my mommy to come out because I was crying because I was stuck in one of those cars. I guess I was a little bit too big for it at the time. Yeah, and you know.
Well, this one now, this tractor, another farm all, looks like it's being used. I mean, it's a little rougher than the others. The others are all cleaned up and beautiful, but that one is looks like it's probably getting some use on a daily basis.
You think we're going to see any pictures of Norges?
Now here comes one that's for sale. A
really?
1941. 41?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Hey, do you think, Mr. News is here, do you think, by any chance, that, I got a kernel in my mouth.
Okay, Colonel.
A kernel, as in Colonel Sanders. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Better watch my cap there. We're going to have Lou Barletta on the show coming up here at News Radio 930 WHLM on Channel 10 MetroCast. Now, he has joined us in the past, and of course he's getting a little bit more controversial as time goes on here, because he's really getting into the thick of things as a representative in Washington,
well, sure,
D.C.
He's finishing up his term, and you know, he's got a little experience under his belt now, and introducing bills and doing all the important things.
Now, for our listening area and for television as well, I would like to find out his district. His district has been moved around a little bit, and I'd like to find out what the parameters are of
Well, I think it's been moved a little south, hasn't it?
Yes,
he has more
south and west.
More Hazleton, and less. I don't believe he has Scranton anymore.
Well, it's a good thing he's got Hazleton, because let me tell you something. People love Lou Barletta in Hazleton.
Right.
You know.
But I think they sort of made it a little safer for him by getting him out of the Scranton area. More of a Democratic stronghold.
It's the 75th annual
Millville Little League coming by.
Millville Carnival Parade going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's July 4th, 2012, and it's a slice of Americana. And now, we've seen the tractors, and now the forces that protect those tractors here at home. Look at this monstrosity of a machine.
It's a big one. U.S. Army. It's got a winch on the back of it.
Can you imagine if that truck got behind that little Fiat?
Pick it right up.
It could, maybe the Fiat could go right underneath it. Who knows? And of course, it wouldn't be, just wouldn't be right to have a parade.
Bobby Joe, you know, I realize you were the star of the movie Stripes, one of the stars of the movie
That's
Stripes.
correct, I was.
And I believe some of this equipment might have appeared in that movie.
Is that so?
I believe it is.
Oh, yes. When they were singing "Do-Wah Diddy Diddy Dum
Right.
Diddy Do." Yes, I remember.
Of course. How was Bill Murray to work with in that movie?
Yeah, he was the delight. I loved working with Bill Murray. I would work with him again.
If anybody wants to go see a little quirky, offbeat, fun movie, Moonrise Kingdom with Bill Murray, that's why it came to mind. In the theaters now.
Is it?
Bruce Willis, Frances McDormand, Tilda Swinton, Bill Murray. Excellent, excellent movie. Offbeat, quirky. A little more standard entry right behind him. Rural Beginnings.
I can hear in the background, Norman.
4-H.
My second favorite act here, outside of string bands, and that, of course, is the bagpipes.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. How about a round of applause for the Bloomsburg Volunteer Ambulance Service?
Right.
Very nice of them to come up here to Millville, take some time out of their holiday. Always nice to see the bagpipes.
The Nittany Highland Pipe Band.
It is a 1957 Tom Leipold District Attorney car. And of course, you know that he is our new District Attorney, filling in the reins from Gary Norton, who has become a judge. And so he is partaking here. Good to see that he is in good health this year, because prior to his election, he was going in for open heart surgery and has actually come out a healthier person after that procedure. So good seeing Tom this morning on in Millville, Pennsylvania.
Columbia County's first full-time district attorney.
Yeah, he's got his hands full too, I'll tell you. I know that firsthand, don't I?
You do.
Yeah. All right, we got a breeze, we've got 80 degrees, we've got a mix of sun and clouds, and we've got a broadcast on News Radio 930 WHLM of the 75th Annual Parade, and it's also on Channel 10 MetroCast as well, and we're broadcasting from the Broadcast Center, Thrush Insurance Agency on Main Street in Millville. Thanks to the Thrush people for helping us out. Always do appreciate it. Now, my question to you is, Norman,
yes,
it's 11:30.
Where's the Buzzmobile?
I'm glad you mentioned the Buzzmobile, because we have one of the names that you would find very familiar in Millville, and that is the name of Stackhouse.
Right.
And so we have Christian Stackhouse and his girlfriend throwing out the WHLM candy from the WHLM Buzzmobile this year. Always like to break in our employees right. You know, the big thing in Benton is their water parade.
Right.
And it looks like we have a crew here that is interested in something that might be similar with their water guns.
Got some super soakers going on.
Right. They're being very sneaky about it, because here in the Millville parade, we don't quite expect a super soaker at this particular parade.
Well, it looks like they're going to be getting a little more of it, too, coming by.
Well, I hope they don't hit the equipment here.
No, of course not.
because it is electric equipment indeed. We might even get a shot or two. I wonder if they were in the, look at that, hey, look at that. Now that's the way you do it. You have one of those backpacks. Makes you look like the Rocketeer.
Of course, yesterday he sprayed his rose bushes with the same, using the same unit.
Everybody look at them getting sick. That's great. Glad to hear it. Absolutely.
Kids will be kids.
Well, you'll notice you'll see a clump of cars, a clump of tractors, a clump of music. That is because when they set up this parade, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's free for all, first come, first serve, and they bring you as a part of the parade as you show up. Unlike other parades that try to control the control freaks. You know what I mean?
That's why we have a Mustang, a Nova SS, a Firebird, and then another Mustang.
Yeah, and it's interesting to know. I'll tell you what. These particular car companies are really doing a heck of a job with the retro cars.
Right.
Now you're seeing a Thunderbird right now, and that Thunderbird is
Firebird.
Firebird is original Trans Am, but then that's followed up by a Mustang, which is one of your brand new retros, a Shelby GT, and they've really done a great job at capturing the essence of the look, just updating it just a little bit as if it were the next year in line, 68, 69, 70, 71, before they became boats, when they were really sports cars. Did we mention that this is the Millville Carnival Parade?
I believe we have.
That's all right, Joe. Is it okay?
Now we got the Columbia County Traveling Library, of course, devastated in the floods of last September.
Yes.
They got the library up, and if you're looking for something, you got a few extra dollars. They're looking for a good cause. I know they're always looking for help to rebuild their stock and keep going because, like I said, their warehouse, not so much the truck, but their warehouse was all but wiped out in the flood of last September.
Ooh-wee. We are going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back.
For over 100 years, First Columbia Bank and Trust Company has been helping business customers realize their financial goals and dreams. From business checking and online banking, to remote deposit and merchant services, to business loans and equipment financing, First Columbia is here to help. First Columbia offers a variety of products and services tailored to your business situation. With 13 convenient community banking locations, First Columbia is here to serve you. First Columbia Bank and Trust Company. Call us first. Equal Housing Lender. Member FDIC.
News Radio 930 WHLM, Columbia County's source for news, weather, sports, and information. News Radio 930 WHLM, your home for the fighting Philadelphia Phillies, as well as local high school sports. Monday through Fridays, get the hot topics of the day and some laughs with the Morning Buzz. And News Radio 930 WHLM is where all the good songs have gone. News, weather, sports, information, and music. News Radio 930 WHLM, also 94.7 and 104.3 FM, Berwick's 1280, and anytime at WHLM.com. Thrush Insurance Agency, serving Columbia and Luzerne counties for over 35 years. Featuring personable, professional, and knowledgeable service with a hometown touch, Thrush Insurance is the place for home, auto, commercial, farm, or life insurance. Contact Keith Thrush today to find out more about how the Thrush Insurance Agency in Millville can help you.
It's the Millville Carnival Parade on Channel 10, MetroCast, and News Radio 930 WHLM. One of our fine clients here, you know who that is, don't you? AJ Limo, their 5th Street trolley. News Radio 930 WHLM. AJ Limo passing us right before us with that trolley. Have you ever seen the
playing
AJ
the
Limo
battle, playing the battle of the Green Berets?
Of course, it's Norman Mail, Bobby Joe, News Radio, Channel 10-2, and it is the Millville Carnival Parade, the 75th edition. And we have the snowmobile club of Valley Trail. Look at that there. That's
got wheels on it.
And no, it's like a tractor. And the wheels in the front, but it's like a tractor. That can't be exactly good for that particular machine, but I guess to get the exposure here in the Carnival Parade, I guess they'll sacrifice some
classic Yamaha skidoos.
Tractor Mitchell. Hey, there goes one of our pals. Hey, how are you? Good seeing you. You know who that is?
No.
You've heard of the Miller Farm that's next to the WHLM transmitter?
Right.
Well, there's the person that takes care of all of our work there. One of the Millers.
There's the Columbia County Dairy Princess, Kate Darrett, I believe.
Well, they went all out there on M&M carpet. Tell me it's not hot in that. I think it's, yeah. All right. All right. This parade started this morning at 10:30. It is now approaching 12 noon, and it is still up and running, and no sound of any sirens, because the sound of sirens means that the sound of the end of the parade when they have all of the fire trucks toward the tail end of this thing. So we are well underway here at News Radio 930 WHLM.
We have yet to see a single animal of any nature.
Now, what is that all about? Normally, well, it's like I say, it's a free-for-all the way they set this thing up, and, you know, maybe all of the animals were put at the tail end.
Right.
I noticed that when we were talking with Lou Barletta, and he was telling us about his new district and some of the things he's working on in Washington, we kind of missed the fact that the Buzzmobile passed right before us here at the broadcast center of Thrush Insurance Agency.
Right.
Was Christian Stackhouse doing the right thing?
He was. He was driving.
All right.
Girlfriend there in the front seat.
Was she looking good?
She was looking good, throwing candy.
Excellent. Hey, what floats your boat is the name of this particular, well, I don't know. What does float my boat? What is it? It
looks like an ice cream float.
It is. Boy, I could use an ice cream float about now. As a matter of fact, the lady here walking along. Oh, okay. All right. We got you. All right. What floats your, all right. What floats your boat? Got it. Excellent. Boy, I could, you know what? I haven't had a good old-fashioned ice cream sundae or a...
When's the last time you had a banana split?
Oh, man, it's been a long, long time. I had one down at Ponduce Farm one time.
Right.
And it was excellent.
Yeah.
You know, 3 scoops of ice cream, and it has to be vanilla.
Right.
You don't put any...
Well, with the traditional chocolate pineapple.
No. You put the chocolate and the pineapple on top.
Right.
The ice cream has to be vanilla.
Right.
That's what I'm talking
But strawberry, pineapple, and chocolate syrup are the traditional 3 flavors.
Right.
Whipped cream and a cherry.
Looks like Fran's here. Oh, you're raffling it off. Very good. Well, thank you for letting us know. We appreciate it. It's a raffle on the back of that. It's a kayak. What floats your boat?
They're raffling it off.
We'll send one of our account executives to sell you some advertising at Fran's Dairy Bar. And you can tell everybody that you're doing that over News Radio 930 WHLM. Look at this. Is this more...
more super soakers.
Right. What is that all about? They got the wrong parade. That's the Benton parade.
Apparently you're allowed to do that.
I saw where Doug Farley, Channel 10, I think they got he got his equipment all wet.
See, now if it was Bloomsburg,
right,
the NFT, the No Fun Town.
The No Fun Town with Leo Sokolowski,
right,
yes.
Now no super soakers allowed in any of the parades.
Is that so?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, because of the four-wheel jamboree?
Right.
Oh, that's great.
No super soakers allowed, no fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna ban candy anytime.
Oh,
what are you gonna do with the Festival of Lights parade if you have no candy?
It's not the Festival of Lights parade.
Coming up, you know, less than 6 months away.
Well, let me tell you something. We know a little something about putting on a parade.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of work. So I can't imagine the kind of planning and the kind of work that it takes to put on this Millville Carnival Parade, because it is spectacular. It's the biggest in the land. And we're talking about, how many floats do you think would have passed us by now, Norman?
Oh, when they started, it's like nonstop.
I mean, we're talking perhaps hundreds of floats and all the work that it takes to put the floats in.
Here we have Roberts Racing.
For the exception of this one.
Just getting all those vehicles up on it.
Yeah, that's a job in and of itself, isn't it? Those funny, they look like those old-fashioned funny cars. Remember those?
Yeah, but they're dirt track cars.
Is that what they are now?
Yeah.
I'm not totally up to speed on exactly what kind of racing that is.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't race out here at the Greenwood Valley Action Track.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Greenwood Valley Action Track. They're one of our fine clients here at News Radio 930 WHLM, sponsoring in the Millville Parade, making it possible. Hard to believe that somebody would pay to have you and me do a parade. But it's happened once again
Stewart
this year.
Racing with our friends from Commercial Stainless.
Uh-huh. Mix of sun and clouds. 82, 93 today.
I wonder if any of these kids know that they're riding on the truck that normally has the porta potties on it.
Oh, will you stop that?
No, it's from Star Portables.
Oh. Well, a little bacteria here, a little bacteria there.
There's some, I won't say
You could take some of that, that stuff that we have in the radio station to guard against bacteria.
Right.
That's squirt stuff. Kills all germs, 99.99999% of germs.
Actually, that truck looks spotless.
Now, this looks like a car that was in a demolition derby of some sort. Is that what that is?
It could be.
Number 28, demo. Maybe is it the winner of a? I wish somebody would give us some preparation here. So
Well, they're getting ready for one.
Yeah. Benton Volunteer Fire Company Ambulance. Making their entry known in the Millville Parade.
Now, I bet you this brand new New Holland tractor here, air conditioned, GPS, it's got it all. They spare nothing in these tractors. Here comes our first chance, Bobby Joe.
Our first chance at what, Norm?
A couple of horses coming up the road.
They look like the Clydesdales.
They are beautiful draft horses.
They are big, big horses coming up here, pulling a green and wagon with yellow wheels. Certainly not a wagon that works out in the field because it's just too beautiful a wagon to do that. I'm sure it's all restored and everything. But look at these horses. All right.
Look at the size of those.
How in the heck would a human being get up on that horse?
Well, they're draft horses. You're not riding them.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to ride horses.
Yeah,
How would you
I
get?
understand that, but
you mean you can't saddle that horse?
I don't believe that's a saddle type of horse. I think that horse does exactly what it's doing right now.
And that's to pull something like
right.
I'll be darned.
That's not a. Let's have our kid take horseback riding lessons.
I didn't know that there was a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, first.
Clydesdales, you don't ever see them riding the Clydesdales. They're hitched.
Here is the second group of horses passing us. An old-fashioned, remember these look like, when you talk about circling your wagons, that's what this wagon looks like here. Has the old-fashioned
Conestoga wagon.
Is that what that is?
Well, maybe.
So it's a modern Conestoga wagon. The kind they used to take, in the Wagon Train. Remember the television show Wagon Train?
Absolutely.
Back in the old days of television. They kind of have a Clydesdale look to them, too, this year.
They could be Belgians.
There's my friend Flicka. You see that's foolish.
Yeah.
No, it's not my friend Flicka. Did you see him shake his head? No?
Maybe it's Mr. Ed.
All right. And that's followed by another set of horses and another wagon, and then followed up by what I would say is...
Now look at the size of the horses that are being ridden, and look at the size of these draft horses. Now, I know nothing about horses. I understand, for all you folks out there, I'm not a horse guy, but I know what a big horse looks like. And these are big. These three that are pulling the wagons are big
huge
horses.
All right, so far so good. But it looks like we...
I mean, especially these last two. I mean, that's a massive horse.
And here you go. The WHLM Morning Buzz. And so far, we are good to go. Now look at there. Now they cut the mane off of that one. Do you like that look? It looks like a mohawk.
Which one, in the back?
No, the brown one. See, the mane's been cut off of it.
Right.
It looks like a mohawk, like the kids get those mohawk.
No, I like the natural look.
Yeah, well, it seems to be like that would be more cooler, I would think. Oh, this is my favorite time, Norm, when all of the tractors fire it up and the exhaust gets so thick here at our broadcast booth that you can hardly breathe.
Farmalls, John Deere's.
And they got the flywheels going there. I like it when they don't cover up the flywheel because it reminds me of Eddie Albert and Green Acres. Remember when he was there.
More beautiful horses coming by.
Yeah. Cowgirls. Ah, yes. Reminds me of that old country song called Jose Cuervo. He was a friend of mine. By Shelley West. Do you remember that?
The Cisco Kid was a friend of mine.
And that too. That was
not Jose Cuervo.
You don't know your country. I love my country here in this kind of an event with the 4th of July parade in Millville. I love my country. Zeisloff Brothers, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, representing the Benton Rodeo. Driving up in there now. There's a.
Now that's something I've never done yet.
You haven't done the rodeo?
Have you done it?
No, but no, I haven't done it.
No, Bobby Joe. I hear the sirens.
It's the first of the sirens, and that always means the end of the parade. So having said that, what we're going to do is we're going to take care of some of our fine clients, and we'll be right back.
For over 100 years, First Columbia Bank and Trust Company has been helping business customers realize their financial goals and dreams. From business checking and online banking, to remote deposit and merchant services, to business loans and equipment financing, First Columbia is here to help. First Columbia offers a variety of products and services tailored to your business situation. With 13 convenient community banking locations, First Columbia is here to serve you. First Columbia Bank and Trust Company. Call us first. Equal Housing Lender. Member FDIC.
News Radio 930 WHLM, Columbia County's source for news, weather, sports, and information. News Radio 930 WHLM, your home for the fighting Philadelphia Phillies, as well as local high school sports. Monday through Fridays, get the hot topics of the day and some laughs with the Morning Buzz. And News Radio 930 WHLM is where all the good songs have gone. News, weather, sports, information, and music. News Radio 930 WHLM, also 94.7 and 104.3 FM, Berwick's 1280, and anytime at WHLM.com. Thrush Insurance Agency, serving Columbia and Luzerne counties for over 35 years. Featuring personable, professional, and knowledgeable service with a hometown touch, Thrush Insurance is the place for home, auto, commercial, farm, or life insurance. Contact Keith Thrush today to find out more about how the Thrush Insurance Agency in Millville can help you.
And here we are. We are back with Channel 10 MetroCast. Now look, we're wrapping things up here.
This must be the final original float.
This is, they're making the final rounds here, and of course you can hear the sirens in the background, and that is the indicator for us that we're wrapping up the 75th annual Millville Carnival Parade. What a great parade this has been, I gotta tell you. I hope you enjoyed listening to it, ladies and gentlemen, on News Radio 930. And Norman Mail being with us. We'll be back on the Morning Buzz tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 o'clock. Norman would like to thank the producer of the show, Ben Willis, who was picking the music. I'd like to thank Doug Farley in Channel 10. I'd like to thank Lou Barletta for joining us on the broadcast.
Hap Schatz.
Hap Schatz. Jeremy Reese. We are saying happy trails to you. Happy trails to you.
Have a happy 4th, everybody.
Until we
The Millville Fire Company's annual 4th of July parade has been brought to you in part by First Columbia Bank and Trust, with 13 convenient locations to serve you. News Radio 930, WHLM. The Thrush Insurance Agency, Millville.